Terence Crawford recently expressed frustration toward Canelo Alvarez, claiming he could defeat the Mexican star even if Canelo fought at his usual weight of 168 pounds. However, many fans and analysts remain skeptical of Crawford's statement, given that he has never competed above 154 pounds.
There was rumors, people talking that you guys don't want a rehydration clause in the event if the fight does happen. Do you guys not want one?
Give a damn about that. It only gets so big, it get too big, then that's on him.
So do you like Terrence? You like Terrence's chances even without a rehydration clause?
Terrence's chances when it first came out of his mouth, he said he wanted to fight.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you guys have zero issues with.
I have no issue with it.
No issues.
Terrence ain't got an issue with it. I ain't got
There are fighters at 168 and 175 pounds that Terence Crawford could potentially pressure into accepting a rehydration clause, which might weaken them just enough to make the fight more competitive, though he'd likely still lose, according to Brian Bomack McIntyre.
In the past, most guys, when they're fighting bigger guys like that, that's going to be the first thing that they want.
That's weak. Oh, you can't come in this much and shit. I make it out of here. It's fine. You got on the scale, I made the weight, regardless when I come back. Hey, you accepted the fight, let's get in there and fight like men.
Canelo Alvarez recently commented that Terence Crawford has had a long career, but hasn't faced many significant challenges. He argued that Crawford can't blame his team for a lack of big fights. If Crawford had moved up to 154, 160, or 168 pounds earlier, he would have had plenty of opportunities to prove himself against top-tier opponents. In response, Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomack McIntyre, pushed back against that narrative, claiming that Crawford is so skilled, he makes his opponents look less talented than they really are.
Like this, I think Crawford rebuttal was everybody always say, he hasn't fought nobody or everybody that he fought was a no-name. But I'm going to tell you like this, what Crawford said. Well, they was something until Crawford fought him. So obviously he's doing a great job because he's making everybody look normal.
Brian Bomack. McIntyre's support of Terence Crawford's resume only adds more fuel to the fire, further complicating the narrative around a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez. His argument suggests that Crawford's dominance has been so overwhelming, it has unintentionally made his opponents appear less impressive.
Is anyone else in boxing who you would ask and say, this is a possible task for, but for Crawford, because of his pound-for-pound abilities, and apparently no rehydration clause, am I hearing that right? He wants full smoke at that weight.
So, man, that's what Crawford wants. He wants to show the world that he's the best. So, and why put stipulations in there when you know that you can be the best? So let's go test ourselves.
Teddy Atlas stirred the pot by claiming that Terence Crawford has the power to knock out Canelo Alvarez, igniting heated debates among fans and analysts.
I think he's that special guy. I think Canelo's special too, but I think Crawford's special in a little bit, even more so. Even more so. He hasn't learned how to lose yet. I think he does have those special ingredients that go beyond the physical genetics, the physical DNA. So that's it. Okay? Good. You don't like it?
Terence Crawford's own words have only added more electricity to the growing anticipation around a potential clash with Canelo Alvarez. Reflecting on his previous knockouts, Crawford noted, "The punches that ended those fights weren't even that hard. They just landed in the right place at the right time." For a fighter like Canelo, known for methodically breaking down opponents with relentless pressure and power, Crawford's focus on timing, precision, and exploiting vulnerabilities serves as a warning. This isn't just another fight. It's a collision of two very different yet equally dangerous styles. Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomack McIntyre, added fuel to the fire with a bold statement of intent. Crawford wants to show the world he's the best, so why put stipulations on the fight? If you know you can be the best, then let's go test ourselves. Legendary trainer and analyst Teddy Atlas also threw his support behind Crawford, citing his flawless dismantling of Errol Spence Jr., an undefeated pound-for-pound elite fighter, as evidence of Crawford's greatness.
He's beaten anybody that they put in front of him. He beat an undefeated fighter in Errol Spence that everybody thought was just like, one of the best fighters out there, which he was. He was. He was one of the top fighters pound for pound out there, and he didn't just beat him. He dismantled him. He might have ruined him. We were talking about getting ruined in fights earlier. He might have ruined.
Teddy Atlas had high praise for Terence Crawford's skills and the profound effect he's had on his opponents, particularly referencing Crawford's dominant performance against Errol Spence Jr. Atlas didn't hold back, suggesting that Crawford may have inflicted lasting physical and psychological damage on Spence, saying, "He might have ruined him. We were talking earlier about fighters getting ruined. He might have done just that. We don't know yet." Atlas highlighted Crawford's remarkable consistency, his ability to deliver under high-stakes pressure, and his flawless execution, calling him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. "He's not just a great fighter. He rises to every challenge and elevates himself every time," Atlas stated. Spence hasn't been the same since. Crawford may have broken him mentally and physically, but every time he's asked to deliver, he does it in a superb way. Despite the natural disadvantages Crawford faces in terms of size, strength, and raw punching power, especially compared to someone like Canelo Alvarez, Atlas believes Crawford's rare skill set can pose a serious challenge to even the most seasoned champions.
Crawford is one of those special guys. I don't care if you guys are tired of me saying it. I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it. And he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's going to say, well, after Madrimov fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher, a unified champion that he's been, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it. I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs?
Teddy Atlas weighed in on the potential showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, pointing to the wear and tear beginning to show in Canelo's physical abilities. He noted that Crawford's speed and agility could expose any signs of decline, adding even more intrigue to the matchup. Canelo, at this point in his career, might be slowing down a bit, Atlas said. They're both getting older, sure, but sometimes you can see it in his legs. He doesn't close the distance as quickly as he used to. Atlas also pushed back against the common narrative that the fight is solely about size and power. Instead, he emphasized that it's a battle of skill, strategy, and adaptability. Despite being the smaller man, Crawford has consistently stepped up when the stakes are highest, defying the odds time and again.
At the end of the day, before you go and drink the Kool-Aid and go crazy with Canelo, oh, he's too big, he's a good night for Crawford, he's going to bed, all that stuff, not so fast. Not so fast. Don't forget that the other guy is bringing something to the party.
Teddy Atlas broke down the strengths and weaknesses of both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, ultimately stating that his loyalty lies with Crawford and his ability to shock the world, even against a powerhouse like Canelo. After witnessing Crawford's impressive skill set, Atlas made his stance clear. "Right now, I think you know where I'm leaning, and I'll make it even clearer so there's no suspense. I won't go against Crawford." Atlas's unwavering confidence in Crawford has sparked considerable discussion, with promoter Bob Arum also voicing his belief in Crawford's
count Crawford out in any fight because Crawford has a unique talent. He's a great boxer-puncher, and he is totally ambidextrous.
Shakur Stevenson has confidently declared that he will come out on top in his upcoming fight against Kid Austin. At the start of the year, Stevenson made it clear that he intends to steal the spotlight in the matchup, revealing that he's been working hard to showcase a new and improved version of himself in the ring.
Like I said, I am trying to come steal a show. I'm focused. I'm ready. I've been working hard. I'm going to be in tip-top shape come fight night, and you should see one of the best versions of me.
Flores Schofield has raised doubts about Shakur Stevenson's career, despite many in the boxing world believing that Kid Austin lacks the experience to face someone of Stevenson's caliber. Schofield pointed out that Stevenson's knockout percentage is relatively low and questioned whether he has improved since his last fight. "We saw his last fight. How much growth did we really see?"
What are you predicting? A decision?
I'm trying not to make them type of predictions. I try to just stay focused on the task and focus on what I got to do. However it go, I'm gonna come out victorious.
Richardson Hitchens, the newly crowned junior welterweight champion, playfully mocked Kid Austin during an interview with Fight Hype's Ben Thompson before turning the conversation to hype up the highly anticipated fight.